Durante la pelea, obey my commands at all times, y protégete durante la pelea todo el tiempo. Protect yourself at all times. Touch him up.
Good luck.
In the big picture of the hurricane damage along the Jersey Shore and elsewhere in the East Coast, this fight may not matter very much, doesn't make much of a wave, but in the fight world, it is big.
Well, in his last fight, DeMarco stepped out of a corner, landed one straight left hand, got Molina in trouble in a hurry, banged away at him against the ropes in the corner, and got a stoppage after 44 seconds. Guess what? It's not going to happen tonight. If you've never seen Broner before, you see the resemblance between his setup, his stance, and the upward shoulder defensive style typified by Floyd Mayweather. But offensively, Roy, I think he's an entirely different fighter. Straight left hand by DeMarco.
Yeah, he's definitely an entirely different fighter because he's much more aggressive. He comes with bad intentions.
You know, Roy, I once asked Sugar Ray Leonard how he would fight someone of Mayweather's style, and he said he would never go for the chin. He would try to hit him high in the head. You can't hit him on the chin.
It's not that you can't hit him on the chin, but they do have a superior defense. So you have to be very smart in your attack. And to be honest with you, DeMarco already hit him on the chin with a pretty good shot. It just didn't bother him.
Well, he's noted for his hair. Maybe he's got a good beard, too.
Neither fighter fights at a particularly fast pace. Both of them throw fewer punches than the 135-pound division average.
The good thing you're finding out here is both guys are trying to land power shots to see how the other reacts to the power shot. They're not really out here to trade tapping blows.
Should the straight right hand be a prominent weapon for Broner tonight, Roy?
It will be that and the left hook, just as the left hand, the straight left hand, the right hook will be a weapon for DeMarco.
DeMarco already has a red mark outside his right eye.
From the left hook.
DeMarco almost stumbled of his own volition there. Rights himself, gets back into form. Straight right hand by Broner. Left hook lands again, right on the spot where the red mark, and again. Those are Broner's left hooks. Now here's DeMarco coming with his straight left hand.
5 seconds, 5 segundos.
Not a particularly busy round for either fighter.
How'd you feel it? Good, good, good.
Dame la plancha, no, hijo.
Where's the end swell? End swell, son. Everything good? But you gotta throw more, eh? He's waiting for you. You gotta use your combinations. Combinations, multiple punches, not just one. He's waiting, push him back now, press him, and work your waist. Combination of punches.
And see how he reach it? We want him to reach it. Then you bring it on him. Make him reach. Come out his comfort zone, all right? But keep popping him with the jab and keep stopping. Keep stopping, okay? Keep stopping. Stay behind your jab. You hear me? Okay? All right? Let's go. All right.
Let's go, guys. Get him up.
A look at the boardwalk in Atlantic City. CompuBox numbers in round one between Broner and DeMarco. Broner was 7 of 24. DeMarco 6 of 23. That means together they threw 47 punches. The division average for an individual fighter would be higher than that. So they're fighting at an exceptionally slow pace so far, at least in terms of the punches they're throwing.
And it's mainly because they're throwing bombs. Everything they're throwing, even their jabs, are being thrown with bad intentions.
You know, the redness around DeMarco's eye already reminds me, Jim, of how badly he has been cut in the past.
Well, he lost a 9-round war against Edwin Valero, the late Edwin Valero, in which he was simply beaten down by a more accurate, more dynamic power puncher. And he was getting busted up by Linares, but Linares didn't have particularly heavy hands. He's a legs and feet and fast hands fighter. And ultimately, DeMarco, though fighting at a slower pace, was able to beat Linares down with heavier, more damaging blows.
So you tell me what this is about pink gloves, Roy.
Breast cancer awareness, Larry.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Susan G. Coleman.
That is it. This is breast cancer awareness month still. Thus the pink gloves.
Oh, good hook by Bronner.
Straight right hand down the pipe by Broner. And you can see the shock value of his punches. DeMarco once again getting out-quicked as he was against Linares.
Yeah, and Bronner's definitely the quicker fighter. And what's happening is DeMarco is standing there with his head in one spot. He's not moving his head, so he's a sitting duck for Bronner, who's already the quicker fighter. You must move your head. You see that? You're never going to get out the way of it if you're not moving already.
Broner was extremely confident yesterday when we spoke with him about this. Acknowledged that DeMarco's a class fighter and a tough guy. Suggested that he thought he would roll through him in a few rounds. It wouldn't be Adrian Broner if he weren't profoundly confident. He catches DeMarco coming in with a left hand. Straight right hand down the pipe. He's landing when he wants to land.
Speed kills, Jim, and that's what's happening right now. The speed is killing DeMarco. But it's also because DeMarco is just standing right there in front of him. He's not giving much head movement.
Great left hand across the top. Brings a rise out of the crowd. DeMarco landed that one. Broner backs off just a little bit.
And what DeMarco should do is feint the left hand before he comes. Then that will make Broner not be able to time him so well with the left hook. But he's not feinting.
5 segundos.
Broner has not gotten a single body shot yet by DeMarco. DeMarco's going to have to go to the body at some point to have a chance to win the fight.
Hey, look here.
Immediately following tonight's live boxing, 24/7 Pacquiao Marquez kicks off with a look back at the 3 fights that forged one of boxing's greatest rivalries. On December 8th, HBO pay-per-view brings you the live matchup between the 2 surefire Hall of Famers as Pacquiao and Marquez will share the ring for what's likely to be the last time.
Keep going straight down the middle. You ain't moved his head yet, okay? But you gotta put your combinations together a little more, okay?
Hey, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna get a rhythm now. Don't let him beat you. Don't let him take the rounds from you. Hold on a bit.
Vamos, mijo. Sin alocarnos, ¿eh? Sin alocarnos.
Storm-damaged Atlantic City, New Jersey, Boardwalk Hall. Adrian Broner in the pink trunks against Antonio DeMarco in the black with gold trim. Round 3 begins. I mentioned at the end of the last round, DeMarco hasn't landed a body shot yet. Sometimes scary to throw body shots against somebody this fast because you know you're going to get countered.
That's exactly right. You don't want to give up a take a body shot and give up a great head shot for that body shot. Because it's not often that a body shot is going to do a lot of damage at one time to a good fighter like Adrian Broner. So you don't want to sacrifice your chin for a body shot.
We did see DeMarco finally try one to the body moments ago.
And DeMarco seemed to be getting a little frustrated at the end of the last round, Jim.
Has anybody thrown 2 punches in a row yet?
No, because the other guy's throwing powerful counter punches behind the 1 punch.
Well, they're still in that situation where each guy's trying to land one authoritative punch at a time. and put as much as he can on it.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to throw, they're going for the home run.
Well, why would that be?
Because they're trying to establish respect for one another.
There's a body blow by DeMarco, a right hook to the rib cage, and there's another one as DeMarco begins basically to warm up a little bit.
Bronner's moving up in weight to try to take over a new weight class, so he's trying to make that statement. DeMarco is trying to say, I am champion and you're not going to take over my weight class. So he's trying to make that statement. That's why both fighters are throwing with such authority on each punch they throw.
I'm told that on our unofficial scale in the dressing room, Broner, the guy who's moving up in weight, outweighed DeMarco by 5 pounds.
And I can believe it.
Good left to the body by DeMarco.
He told him last fight that he outgrew the weight class.
Hard right hand by Broner.
Broner trying to break him down punch by punch in a very calculated, deliberate fashion.
DeMarco getting very impatient here, and if he's not careful, he'll accidentally walk into one.
DeMarco wants to fight in the center of the ring, seems comfortable fighting in the center of the ring, but he does better when he can get Broner to the ropes.
Yeah, but that's on Broner. Broner has to decide when he wants to go to the ropes. He's comfortable right in the middle of the ring, and if he goes to the ropes, I feel it's hoping to find an opening.
He's scared of you now, huh? That's it, son. Just like that. Let's see.
Espérame. Hay corte, hay corte.
Back, okay? Don't let him push you back.
I got you.
Let's go. Come on, pick it up now, okay? You're giving him confidence. We don't want to give him confidence, okay? I know you're picking him apart, but you got to follow it up with your combination. All right, let's go. Come on, right now. Let's go. Let's go right now. Let's go. Right now. You all right? Let's go. Go, go. Let's go.
You hear Michael Stafford, the trainer of Broner, telling him to start throwing more than one punch at a time.
Power shots in round 3. Broner was 9 of 18. DeMarco was 14 of 28. Round 3 represented a significant step up for DeMarco, who is much more in the fight at this moment than was the case before, but now he has a cut outside his right eye. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Okay, Jim, I've got a 2-1, 29-28, Adrian Broner. I agree with you, Jim. I thought Antonio DeMarco did win the 3rd round. He started to move his hands a little better. Jim, I got to tell you something. You know, we score supposedly 25% for defense. Watch Adrian Broner's defense. Very interesting. He's got that crosswise defense. The left hand across his chest, the right hand covering his jaw, and he's not an easy guy to hit. Keeps that shoulder very high, and he leans back away from the punches. 2-1, Broner.
DeMarco going after him, gained a lot of confidence, it appeared, in the 3rd round, despite the fact that he's now got that cut outside his right eye. And incidentally, you mentioned Michael Stafford, Larry. Following up on the Emmanuel Stewart theme for the evening, both of these fighters have outstanding trainers. Michael Stafford and Romulo Chirarte, both of them are the kinds of guys who spent the bulk of their career focusing on amateur fighters rather than professionals.
DeMarco can't win the inside fight with that. Adrian's hands are much too quick for him to be inside with him.
Broner popped his head up with an uppercut during that last exchange. DeMarco's head, that is. Good sharp right hand inside by Broner, and another. DeMarco with a right to the body. Broner lands an uppercut, and another. DeMarco fires back with a right and a left. We've got a fight breaking out in Atlantic City with a minute to go in round 4.
And Broner is definitely getting the best of it on the inside with the shorter, more crisp punches.
They trade body shots. Broner with 2 uppercuts again. Another pair of uppercuts for Broner. Now DeMarco tries the left uppercut. Broner with a right cross. Good body shot with the left hand by Broner. Another uppercut. He's devastating DeMarco with uppercuts.
Yeah, because his hands are so much more quicker than DeMarco. DeMarco can't win that fight right there.
DeMarco lands a straight left. And a right hook. Broner nails him with a right hand. Exciting round. Crowd is rising for it.
Broner stands right in there, confident that he can see everything coming and counter it.
And he's throwing great body shots and a great right uppercut, causing DeMarco a lot of problems.
5 seconds, 5 segundos.
That was a terrific display by Broner. But I'll repeat, he's fighting a guy who lived on the streets of Tijuana for 3 years. It won't be quite that easy.
He's countering you. Your head is there, standing still. You're not moving anything. You're not moving the waist. You're not doing anything. You gotta move. How are you feeling? Good. If you're gonna brawl, you're not gonna win. Come on, you gotta fight with an advantage. You're an advantage. You're on the inside. Bend your waist and connect.
Here you see Broner roll the right hook by DeMarco and follow with a great straight right hand right down the middle. Those shots cause a lot of damage.
Let's go. Come on.
Power shots in round 4. There were no jabs on the round. Broner was 36 out of 62, 58%. DeMarco 22 out of 61. That's not bad, but he couldn't keep up with Broner in terms of connected punches. Broner has good stiff power.
And his hands are much quicker, Jim. That's what's giving him the advantage on the inside. He's much quicker. He's throwing much more crisp punches than DeMarco, and the punches are starting to get to DeMarco a little bit.
We've seen a lot of guys, Roy, with quick hands who don't want to stand in there, though, the way Broner is willing to.
Well, he's got a defense that he's highly confident in, so he's not worried about standing inside. And truthfully, because of the length of DeMarco's arms, this is the best fight for Broner. His arms are the shortest, get close.
The closer two fighters get to each other, the more the taller fighter's advantage goes away.
That's exactly right, and that's what's happening here. And not only that, but the shorter fighter is also the quicker fighter.
Let's listen to Michael Stafford now from the corner of Adrian Broner.
Broner just taking DeMarco apart at the moment.
On the knee! 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 Give it to you!
Combination punches on the inside are killing DeMarco.
Less than a minute to go in round 5. There's blood on the face of Antonio DeMarco. And referee Benji Esteves is warning Broner. And Broner goes right back to work on the inside, landing sharp, clean punches on the face of Antonio DeMarco.
Hands much too fast, much too much shock on those punches for DeMarco to continue to take them.
What do you think the warning was, Roy?
Well, it's just when he got close to him, he realized that his hands are too quick. Don't stay away from him. Get close to him and get at it.
Boy, DeMarco has the guts of a burglar as he keeps taking these flush shots and waving to Broner, come on in, I want to fight.
Yeah, but he's not doing well in the fight, taking all these shots.
He's getting busted up.
He's getting busted up really bad. He's taking some big shots, and it's not looking good for him right now.
Great round for Broner. Maybe a 10-8.
He's gonna stop it.
13 years after NFL star Ray Caruth had his pregnant girlfriend shot and killed, Real Sports visits with the boy who miraculously survived the attack while in utero. He was left with severe disabilities, but with the help of his grandmother, continues to fight. November 24, it's a World Championship boxing doubleheader featuring former 147-pound titleist Robert the Ghost Guerrero and Andre Berto. Also that night, Keith Thurman takes on Carlos Quintana.
How are you feeling? Good. You sure? Yes. So come on, son.
Here you see Bruno with a left uppercut followed by a short overhand right, which was a beautiful combination, actually a short straight right. Beautiful combination, and the combination punching started to really hurt DeMarco on the inside.
Well, as Larry Merchant said, potentially a 10-8 round. The CompuBox profile of that, power shots, Broner landed 52 of 78 power shots in that round. DeMarco 6 of 31. That was a wipeout. And let's see if DeMarco can somehow get himself back into the fight.
Well, now he's starting to run from Broner a little bit. He's not coming out being the aggressor like he was in the earlier rounds. So you know the shots are starting to have an effect on him.
Our interpreter, Jerry Olaya, tells us that in the corner between rounds, Romulo Curarte told Antonio DeMarco he wanted to stop the fight, and DeMarco talked him out of it.
He finna stop it soon, though, if he keep taking this kind of punishment. No sense in letting him take this type of punishment. He can live to fight another day.
Absolutely, Curate's a humane trainer.
Yep. So if he doesn't tighten up here soon and make something happen, it'd be smart to stop it. Because he's taking a thrashing right now.
DeMarco is getting hit like this against Jorge Linares last year. But Linares didn't have anywhere near the kind of punching power that Broner has.
That's exactly right.
Broner, a 3-1 favorite, now looks like a 30-1 favorite.
You can't count this kid out, though, until it's over, because he's going to try to the end.
DeMarco looks slightly more alive in this round, but he's still getting hit. There's a good body shot by DeMarco. He's been a little more cautious now, Roy, not trading as freely as he was before.
No, because he's hurting a little bit more now, Jim. He's taking a lot of punishment, and the shots are starting to wear on him. You see that eye starting to swell bad over here on this side. That left eye, I guess. And Broner is steadily tapping him. That makes it very hard for him to get off. See that? Broner making him keep his hands at home for defense. Good hook by DeMarco. But Broner has a real pace on him right now.
Because DeMarco doesn't appear capable, really, at this point, of hurting Broner with any one punch.
That punch hurt.
It's very difficult to turn it around.
A body punch made DeMarco's knees sag.
Yeah, but DeMarco has the heart of a champion. And the smart thing about Broner is he's beating the body down. He's not just concentrating on the head, he's beating the body. That's the maturity you want to see in a good young fighter.
Now it looks like a comprehensive performance by Broner.
Tell me truthfully, how do you feel? I'm good. How do you feel? I'm good. Open your eyes. You feel with strength? Can you continue working or no? Because you're standing there in front without a need for it. That's what I'm asking you. I'm not going to let you go more than what I expect. You use the combinations like we practice in the gym. I feel you have no power. I don't want you, I just don't want you just to win the fight. You're my interest. I don't care for it. You connected him several times, Antonio, but you have no continuity to it. And he's catching you. And you're settling in and he's catching you. More continuity. Let's go with character. With character like you've always done.
Go. In the last two rounds, Adrian Broner has landed 92 power shots to only 21 for Broner. And Broner's landing heavy, thudding blows. DeMarco is just trying to keep keep him off of him from time to time. It's the best he can do.
Yeah, it's very hard for him, though, because Bronner has realized that the best fight for him is inside.
Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Look at Jim, 59-54, 5 rounds to 1, Adrian Broner. You know, Jim, I got to tell you something. These two guys are fighting head-to-head, toe-to-toe for 6 rounds. Antonio DeMarco was taking a terrible beating. Wouldn't you think that he would go to plan B? Try to move a little bit. Don't stand in front of this guy. Change your fight. I mean, circle, step to the side. Do something different, but don't stand in front of Adrian Broner and try to bang with him. You're getting beat to a pulp. I mean, move. You know, box a little. 5-1, Adrian Broner.
Harold, you're asking him to be somebody he isn't.
Yeah, apparently not a plan B fighter.
There's plan A and plan A plus. There's no plan B here.
You mentioned the pink gloves, Larry. In the dressing room before the fight, when he was brought the pink gloves, another warning from Benji Esteves. This time it's a low blow, and he's very graphic about it. In the dressing room before the fight, when when DeMarco was brought the pink gloves, he resisted at first. He said, "You're giving me girl gloves," and he had to be explained the breast cancer awareness implication, and then freely said, "Okay, yeah, I'll wear it."
But he had pink shorts and pink shoes. That was okay.
I'm talking about DeMarco. They don't look all that good with the black trunks.
You are correct, sir.
Strange that they bring the champ a set of gloves and say, "This is what you're gonna wear, and you're the champ." So when he took those gloves, he basically almost lost the fight right there.
90% of the time in a situation like this, you would say that DeMarco is way too brave for his own good. But this, in some senses, is the life that he's lived.
His whole life.
Well, they used to say a fighter is in the pink, but not this kind of pink.
He's one you definitely can't count out until the last bell rings, that's for sure, or until the ref counts him out, because he is truly a fighter, and he has battled a lot worse than this. So
Broner has slowed down just slightly in this round, but is still ripping DeMarco with virtually every power shot that he throws.
How do you feel? Good.
Dame la plancha, Bobby.
In the end, 12, Bobby. You got to keep him busy. You got to keep going busy. Let go, let go. If you let go a little bit more, you're going to push him back. You can't be so... He's slowing down. He's slowing down, and you're seeing his punches. Open your eyes. I feel you're very tired. I'm okay, I'm okay. But you're standing there in front of him, and you're not throwing your complete combination, son. Bobby, take this. Wait. Breathe. Come on, motivate yourself. Let's go. You know how to do the fight. Control the fight.
Broner said that every time he looked at the possibilities in this fight, it seemed easier and easier to him, and he is backing it up.
Round 8 of a scheduled 12. Given the punishment he's taken, it's fairly impressive that DeMarco's made it this far. Broner is racking him up round after round. We saw the texting numbers at the bottom of the screen, which demonstrated 50% of fight fans pretty brave on DeMarco's behalf.
The thing you gotta like that Broner does is anytime DeMarco does throw 2 or 3 punches, Broner hits him with a good headshot between those punches to make him stop.
DeMarco swinging away with the straight left hand. Only got a glancing blow. Broner's landing solidly with these short, tight, hard shots. More uppercuts.
just having his way right now. DeMarco not doing nothing to change, like Harold said, nothing to change the strategy of the fight. So he's giving Brunner everything he wants, which is to stay right inside with him and let him throw those pop shots.
Well, it looks almost like he's trying to tire Brunner out by taking punches.
Down goes DeMarco on a swinging left hook.
And they're waving a white flag in DeMarco's corner.
DeMarco's been knocked down in his career. He was stopped on his feet against Valero, and they wave a white flag of surrender, as Larry points out, in DeMarco's corner, and Adrian Broner has a technical knockout victory.
Well, if this was Broner's equivalent of Mayweather's fight with Corrales, he did what he wanted and what his supporters were hoping for.
9th round technical knockout win for Adrian Broner. Heavily decorated American amateur trainer Michael Stafford has his finest professional fighter ever. They hug in the center of the ring as Antonio DeMarco's cornermen surround him on the canvas in the far corner, hoping that their fighter has not been too badly damaged by the beating he took tonight.
Wow. Here you see Broner hitting, throwing body shots, followed by that right uppercut, then followed by another hook, another right to the body. He had a good body and head attack, followed by left uppercut, and down goes DeMarco.
And let me correct it, not a 9th round TKO, an 8th round TKO. Broner closed the show in round 8, landing 37 of 45. Let me say that again. 37 of 45 power shots. That's target practice.
And that's what it was. The quicker hands took total control of the fight early, and he maintained control.
Now this replay should show you the white towel flying into the ring.
Actually, he was holding the shaker.
There it is,
Yeah.
yes. White towel being waved by Romulo Cararte Jr., the son of the trainer. And now Broner's father. And now let's throw to Michael Buffer for the official particulars on the TKO.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, referee Benji Estevez calls a halt to the bout. The official time, 1 minute, 49 seconds of round number 8. The winner by TKO victory and new WBC lightweight world champion, now a 2-time champion of the world from Cincinnati, Ohio, Adrian "The Problem" Broner.
Well, Antonio DeMarco was a statue-type target. A still head, as Roy Jones pointed out early on, still feet, as Harold Letterman pointed out later on, and here are the numbers that demonstrate the implications of that. Broner landing 148 more punches, throwing exactly 100 more. The power punch numbers, pretty astonishing. 216 out of 373. 58%. We've often said if you land 50% of your power shots, you're going to win the fight. You're probably going to knock your opponent out. Antonio DeMarco's had decent numbers, but they simply didn't mean anything against